What's going on? What's going on? I'm Eugene Napoleon. This is Napoleon's Corner. I hope all is well. Before I get started, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. I would definitely appreciate your support. This is episode 237. 237. And this particular topic is we all have mirrors in our house. We all have mirrors in our house. So that's symbolic with judgment and how we view other people. So I like to say it all starts with us, it all starts with you. No matter what you do, it all starts with you. So the whole premise of we all have mirrors in our house pretty much speaks to the fact that stop judging others until you look into your own mirror first. You can't be judgmental of other people until you look at yourself first. And I think with that being said, if you really believe that and you live by that, it helps you to align yourself with pretty much a different mindset and a different perspective on how you see it. It's just viewing things through a different lens. And it's much needed. I can't go out and say anything to anyone unless I look at myself first. I can't go out and impede on somebody else's set of circumstances unless I look at my own set of circumstances first. So that's what I mean by we all have mirrors in our house. How is it the reflection that you want to cast on others, it's not the same reflection that you should be casting on yourself? We make things a little bit more difficult than need be. If it's really as simple as, again, do unto others as you want others to do unto you, judge others as you want them to judge you, or don't be judged at all. In other words, I wouldn't place judgment on anybody because the way I see it, or the way I was raised to believe, look, how you going to cast such judgment or opinions of someone, and there's such strong judgments and opinions, especially nowadays, right? But you're not willing to sit down and see yourself in that same vein or in that same light. So what gives you the right to cast judgment? Now, I guess the flip side of that, if you are going to cast judgment, then let's start with you first. Start with yourself first. If you are in a place of, I'm going to cast or I'm going to have judgment on other people. Now, if you do that and you're honest and the assessment is honest, the reflection is honest, and you did start with yourself first and you have so much to say about other people, but you held yourself accountable first. Okay, I wouldn't say that I would do it, but if that's how you're going to call it, as long as you're calling yourself out first for the same hypocrisy as you're going to call somebody else out on, have at it. You know what I mean? At least you're looking at it where the judgment is across the board because it started with you first. But see, here's the catch-22 to that. I don't know too many people that if they're going to cast judgment, they start with the die right in their own room. That die of judgment and the cast of judgment, they're going to start with that right in their own room first. I don't know too many people that are willing to do that because everybody has so much to say about everybody else. It's just so hypocritical when you stop to think about it. But never do they find fault with their shortcomings. And again, it's easy to say, or it's easy to look at someone else to point the finger about what they're doing or how they're living when you're not willing to point the finger about what you are doing or how you're living. So once again, we all have mirrors in our house. Go look in the mirror before you point the finger. Matter of fact, look in the mirror and point the finger in the mirror towards yourself first. And if you're willing to do that, I think people may hold you in a little bit higher regard. They may hold you, be a little bit more respectful of your word when you are saying something, because they can say, well, you know what? Maybe I disagree with what that person said, but he or she did start with themselves first. They said, well, I can say this because I'm aligned with myself, and here's the mistakes that I did, or here's what I've done. This is the reason why I can pretty much, give you some advice, because I'm coming from a place of not direct judgment, but I'm speaking from a past experience that may help you, or it may help other people. If you do that, I think people may be more receptive if you did that. But unfortunately, that's really not the way it works in most cases. People are so quick to judge, they're so quick to talk, they're so quick to point the finger, they're so quick to be hypocritical of anything else without it starting first. So just keep that in mind. Before you are going to give a disparaging remark, before you're going to say something out of, that's really out of touch with what's really going on with the reality of the situation, just remember, if you do that first, right, have enough gumption to go home and look in the mirror. And if you can look in the mirror and be comfortable with the reflection that you see coming back at you or looking back at you, but if you're not comfortable with the reflection coming back at you after you just judged somebody else, then you may not want to do that. And if you do, make sure that mirror clean so you can really see a clear reflection of who's looking back at you. One to grow on. I'm Eugene Napoleon. This is Napoleon's Corner. I'll see you next week. Take care.